Hello Year 6, here are your 12 arithmetic questions for today. As usual, pen and paper, whiteboard and pen. Work through these the best you can. When you're ready, resume the video and I'll go through some of those answers with you. Let's have a look at your arithmetic answers for today. Question 1, 95 divided by 1. The answer is 95. You've got 95 sweets and one lucky person that you're sharing them with. They get all 95. 95 divided by 1, 95. Number 2, we've got this question here. We've got the number 7500 and then 050. And then it says that it equals something, make that a big box, plus 50000 plus 50. Okay, so let's have a look at what that means. So probably the easiest way is to say this number out loud. So you can use your placeholders to work this out. You should work out this number is 7,500,050. 7,500,050. And when you say the number out loud, it helps you then to work out this. So it's saying this number, if you break it all up, consists of something plus 500,050. So what's the bit we're missing here? We've got our 500,000, we've got our 50. So 7,500,050, just by saying it, I realise it's 7 million. And then all you need to know is how you write a million. 7 and it's 6 zeros. 7,500,050. If you partition this number up, that is what you get. So it's asking you what that part of the number is. What does that 7 represent, which is 7 million? 7,000,000. Okay, number 3, the question was 3.8 multiplied by 15. We've done a few of these. Remember I said make that number 10 times bigger. So multiply 38 multiplied by 15. And then when you get your answer, make it 10 times smaller and then check that your answer makes sense. So the answer to that question is 57. The answer to that is 57. Number 4, 735 divided by 21. We'll have a look at that long division. So we've got 735 divided by 21. So if you can't count in 21s, you can partition this, but I'm just adding on 20 and 1 each time. I will stop there for now. And if it helps, you can write your letters so you don't get lost along the way. So we'll start with divide. 21 into 7, I can't do. 21 into 73, 1, 2, 3 times. Multiply, 3 times 21 is 63. Subtract, 3 take away 3 is 0, 7 take away 6 is 1. I've subtracted, so now I bring down my next number, which is the 5. I go back to the beginning, divide, 21 into 105, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, goes 5 times. 5 times 21, because I now multiply. Go on to subtract. I've got to 0, so my answer for that question is 35. 735 divided by 21 is 35. And of course, you could check that using the inverse, 35 multiplied by 21, and you should get the answer of 735. Okay, question number 5. 8153 multiplied by 64, you should have got an answer of 521,792. 521,792. If you have gone wrong there, just check it. It may be that you've added up something wrong, you haven't carried something. I'm sure if you go back and check that, you'll figure out what you did wrong there. Number 6 is adding up fractions, mixed numbers and fractions. So we've got 4 and 3/4, well, it's actually taking away, not adding up. Take away 1 and 5/6. So with these, I would suggest that you change them to improper fractions first. If you just do 4 take away 1, but then this fraction is is not bigger than this fraction, you'll run into problems. So change them into improper fractions and then take away. So to do that, we do 4 times 4 is 16, add 3 is 17. So we get 17 fourths, take away 1 times 6 is 6, add 5 is 11, take away 11 sixths. Okay, we still can't take away. As you know, our denominators need to be the same. So we need to look at what the lowest number both these go into. So 6, no, 12, yes, both of them go into 12. So now I have to make them both 12. So whatever I do to make this 12, which is times 3, I have to do to this. So 12, 17 times 3 is 51. To make this 12, I have to times it by 2, and if I do it to the bottom, I do it to the top. So I get 51 twelfths, take away 22 twelfths. And now I can take it away. So 51 take away 22. You can do a quick little subtraction. 11 take away 2 is 9, 4 take away 2, so that's 29. 29 twelfths. We started with mixed numbers, so we should put it back into mixed numbers, and we do that by saying how many 12s are in 29? 12, 24, so we get 2 wholes, and we get up to 24, we get 5 left over, and we keep our denominator the same. We can't simplify that, so our answer would be 2 and 5 twelfths for that question. Well done if you got that correct. Okay, moving on to number 7. Number 7, you had 3 fractions, 1/12, 1/3 and 1/8. Just like adding or subtracting any fractions, you had to make sure the denominators were all the same. 12, 3 and 8, what is the lowest number they all go into? Well, 12, 3 and 8, I would look at number 12 there and count in that and see if the others go into it. So 12, 3 goes into it but 8 doesn't. 24, yes, 12 goes into it, 3 goes into it, yes, and 8 goes into it. So I would make all my denominators 24 for that question. And remember, however you make the denominators 24, you have to multiply the numerators as well. And if you did all that correctly, you should have got the answer of 13 24ths. 13 24ths. Okay, number 8 is 32 multiplied by 0.5. Okay. 0.5, you should all know, is a half. So this is asking you to multiply 32 times a half, or a half of 32. So if you say it like that, a half of 32, you should all be able to do that a lot easier. 32 multiplied by a half is the same as saying half of 32, so your answer there is 16. For number 9, 15% of 660. So to get 15%, I'm going to get 10% first, then I'm going to get 5%, and then I'm going to add up my 2 answers. To get 10% of a number, I divide it by 10. So my decimal point's here. To divide it by 10, I move it 1. So 10% would be 66. 5%, I can just do half of what I found from 10%. So if 10% is 66, then half of that is going to be 33. I add my 10% and my 5% and I get the answer of 99. 15% of 660 is 99. Okay. Question number 10 asked you for 1/3 of 390. 1/3 of 390. Okay, to get a third, what you're looking at is how many parts you're dividing into. Okay, a third you're dividing into 3 parts. So all this is asking you to do is divide 390 divided by 3, and that will give you 1/3. Okay, so 390 divided by 3, I could do that, and 3 into 39, I know goes 13, and then add my placeholder back on, so it's 130. Or you could do a quick bus stop method. 390 divided by 3 will give you the same answer. So a third of 390 is 130. If it asked you for 2/3, you would simply times this by 2. And 3/3 would be back to your original number, because as we know, 3/3 is the same as the whole thing. Okay, number 11 Number 11, there was two ways to do number 11. Let's have a look at that. So we've got the question 2 1/5 multiplied by 18. Okay, so the first way you might want to do that is partition. So you can do 2 times 18 is 36. And then you can do 1/5 times 18. And you can do that by saying 1/5 of 18. 1/5 of 18. And to do 1/5 of 18, you do 18 divided by 5. So you can do your division now. 18 divided by 5. 5 into 1 doesn't go. 5 into 18 goes 3. Okay, I'm going to need to add a decimal place here. And I get 3 left over. 5 into 30 goes 6. So my answer for 1/5 of 18 is 3.6. So if I add those two together, 36 and 3.6, my answer is 39.6. Okay, the other way you could have done it, you could have started the same way and you could have done 2 times 18 is 36. Instead of using that as an of, you could keep it as a multiplication. So when you're doing 1/5 times 18, you could just simply do 1/5 times 18, make that a fraction. So you could do 1 times 18 is 18, and then 5 times 1 is 5, and then you could change this back into a mixed number. 5 into 18 goes 3 times, with 3 left over out of 5. Add that on to your 36, you would get the answer of 36 and 3/5. Okay, so 36 and 3/5, all 39.6. They are the same answers, two different ways to work it out. 3/5 is the same as 0.60. It's the same as, it's the same as 0.6. So these are, 39, not 33, because I didn't add my 3 on. 39 and 3/5 is the same as 39.6. 0.6 as a decimal equals 3/5. They are the same, okay? Same way to get, two different ways to get the same answer. Okay, number 12, the last one, asked you to do 7 squared plus 20. So 7 squared plus 20. So if you've been doing any area with me on the other videos, you know that means 2 dimensions, 7 squared. So you do 7 times 7 and then plus. Actually, it's not plus, it's multiply. 7 times 7 and then multiply it by 20. So 7 times 7 is 49 and then multiply it by 20. So your sum would be 49 times 20. And 49 times 20, let's have a look at that. 0 times 9, 0 times 4, put your placeholder in. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 carry 1, 2 times 4, add 1 is 9. So your answer for number 12 is 980. Okay, it's the operation, you do that first. So you work out 7 times 7 is 49, then multiply it by 20. 49 is 7 squared, multiplied by 20, and your answer is 980. Okay, well done. Just for clarification, here's all the answers for today's questions. Well done if you've had a go at them. Hopefully you're getting more right as you do them and understanding the methods that are given. I will pause now on the arithmetic lessons and also the area, shape and perimeter lessons till after Easter, and then they will start up again. So have a lovely holiday from me, Miss Norton, and I will start these videos again after the Easter holiday. Stay safe and healthy, everybody.